welcome to the 2018 ICARUS 17 Shanghai Cup and the ICARUS 17 Asian Championships. It's a unique sailing and cultural event in China's most populated city. Following the Cup's great success 12 months ago, the organisers have taken the event forward again this year with a new venue and more racing.
Here we are again in Shanghai for the second year of the running of the Shanghai Cup. Really excited to be here. A bit of a different event this year where last year we raced on the Bund. It was very much a showcase event. This year we've actually brought it close by to Dishi Lake to a kind of a more steady venue where we can have some great racing. We have some of the top teams in the world who've flown in for this event, and it looks like we're going to have a great 3 days.
The new venue has everything that is needed for a perfect sailing event. The lake offers flat waters with high winds, making it ideal foiling conditions for the ICARUS 17s. The marina provides all of the boats and the equipment, whilst the five-star hotel allows the sailors to enjoy the great hospitality shown by the organisers.
It's quite nice to have this in the calendar. It's had to be able to stay in such an awesome place and have this lake here and get the boats ready. It's a very professional setup, and I think that's very exciting and tempting for a lot of teams to come here. To just show up and the boats are here and just a day of boat work and get them on the water and race against top teams. It's really awesome.
The ICARUS 17 is the ideal boat for this event. It was the multi-foil Olympic class at the Rio 2016 Games and is one of the fastest boats around. It is also the only class with a multi-gender crew, seeing the best male and female sailors join up and race together. It blends well with Shanghai's fresh innovation and modern technology.
It's a very modern event. You know, we have all the cameras here on board. I think it suits the very modern boat, which is a foiling boat. So at the end of the day, it makes a really nice picture.
12 international teams were invited to compete in the 2018 Shanghai Cup. All eyes were on the Chinese team of Yang Zhuzi and Hu Xiaozhao. The pair are training hard ahead of the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. So let's get back to the action and find out which team would rule at this year's Cup. Great foiling conditions in the Dishi Lake greeted the teams on the first day of racing. On the flat waters, the British team of John Gibson and Anna Burnett dominated the fleet, winning 4 out of the 6 races. Emil Ronald Hugo Zarud and Cecilia Linnea Johnson from Sweden finished the day in second, with the Austrian team of Thomas Zayax and Barbara Matz in third close by. The Chinese team were in fourth position after some solid performances. It was a huge improvement on last year, showing that all the hard work Team China have put in is paying off.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see the Chinese team doing well. Like even in Aarhus, we were having battles with the Chinese, and it's great to see that China's really pushing the sport of sailing, and especially high-performance foiling sailing as well. So it's really good to see.
They have been doing really good, so that's fun, especially on home waters, that they can perform good. Maybe they have put in some hard training last couple of months.
Fierce winds of up to 35 knots forced the race committee to cancel the second day's racing. The teams therefore had an unexpected opportunity to visit the city on a tour offered generously by the event organisers.
We're just taking a nice little stroll down the old street in Shanghai. Yeah, just having a look around.
The sailors went to the old town centre and experienced some of the local culture.
Today's Saturday, we didn't have any racing due to too much wind, so we couldn't go out racing, it was too dangerous. So instead we went into Shanghai town and to do some sightseeing and touristing, and now we're in this beautiful garden, who is about 400 or 500 years old, which is really cool.
Racing was postponed today, so we came here for visiting Shanghai in the old town, and everything's pretty cool. So we had a guide and everything, showing us all the good stuff here, and a lot of fun.
The final day of the Cup was also the best one. Heavy winds over the flat waters of the lake produced ideal conditions for some tight battles and some great spectacles with the NACRA 17s flying over the water at top speed. The close battle was between Team Sweden and Team Austria, who were fighting for the second place on the podium. In the end, the Austrians managed to overtake the Swedes, but it was Team UK who proved uncatchable from the start. The crew of John Gimson and Anna Burnett held the lead from day one, and with their consistent sailing, they claimed the 2018 Shanghai Cup. Meanwhile, Team China of Yang Zhuzi and Hu Xiaoxiao were the winners of the NACRA 17 Asian Championships.
Today we kind of just needed a steady day, but we made it a bit hard for ourselves. We got a penalty in 2 of the first races, and then in the last race we got really close to the line early, which we probably didn't need to do, but all in all, I think that staying consistent, steady scores got us there in the end.
We're really stoked to have won the regatta and kind of came into it with that aim. So yeah, we didn't really know what to expect, but it's been some awesome racing, and yeah, to come away with the win, we're really happy.
I think it was awesome. Like, we couldn't have better conditions than we had here. It was like 2 days ago we had light wind, today we had stronger breeze. I think it's a really good mix. It was quite competitive, like it was still very close until the last race about the podium. So the podium was more or less fixed, but who is first, second and third, there was still a game. So yeah, I think we are happy. Last year we were 4th, so this year 2nd, so we kept a little bit of space for next year.
The final act of the Shanghai Cup took place on a river cruise up the Hangpu River. It was quite a way to cap off the event and gave the athletes and guests a fantastic view for the evening's prize-giving ceremony.